How bad did you get beat up?
I actually got punched. I just got punched in the head. I luckily did like a chin down thing, so it hit my skull.
Right.
But then I was so loaded, man. I went back to my dorm room and got like my group of friends to come back. And so like 10 of us went back to the bar, but I was so wasted I couldn't remember what they looked like, the guys who beat me up.
So we just beat up a random guy.
No, then my friend was a black belt in judo, and he was like, went up to them and was like, I will not fight you, but I'm a black belt, and they beat the fuck out of him. They broke his nose, and I just remember seeing him just getting beat up.
I'm so sorry. No.
I never said we were a cool crew.
You went home, you got your black belt friend in judo.
Turns out judo's a lot of throwing with gis.
That's so...
And then he had the audacity to come up to a group that you didn't even remember.
A group, period. Just a group.
Of way older guys. These guys like 24,
and just to let them know that, hey, I could beat you up.
Well, he was kind of like, who did this? Like,
and I'm a black belt.
I'm not gonna fight, but my hands are weapons, and they just started going at him. I just remember him just getting punched on the...
And that's a cut too later on. He just comes back with like a stake on the eye. But
yeah, he had to go to the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I woke up with this huge goose egg.
That's your fault.
And then oh man.
Yeah, so some of it is his fault.
Yeah, I shouldn't have got back my friends.
Yeah.
I should just went to bed and cried.
And you guys are still friends?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
No,
I should text him more, probably.
Probably. He was.
I felt very great. He was bleeding so bad that my shirt was covered in blood. So the one guy's on top of him, beating him up.
Right.
Our third friend, who's an attorney now, he was brave. He went up and he kicked the guy who was beating up the black belt. Kicked him in the face.
Wait, he kicked the guy. Oh, I thought you said he kicked the guy.
So I'm there being like, "Who beat me up?" My friend then finds the accused and is like,
"Right,
will not hurt you." Gets the shit kicked out of him. That guy's beating him up.
Right.
My other friend kicks him in the face. We make an escape, I think. And I just remember I'm so wasted that I took a hammer and nails and I took my t-shirt that's just covered in blood, this Toronto Blue Jays t-shirt, nailed it into my wall of the dorm room drywall. And I wrote in Sharpie, "Never forget what friends did for you."
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning. A friend of mine slept in my dorm room on the floor to block the door because I was so wasted I wanted to go back out again. He was like, and I remember just waking up, baseball shaped thing on my skull, looking at the shirt just nailed to the wall, Sharpie there for the next 8 months.
No.
Oh, it was just
there was like, what happened last night?
Truly one of the worst things. But the worst thing is that you did remember it, but it felt like it wasn't you. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Oh no, where is Morgan okay? Like, Morgan was into the ER last night. And I was like, oh my God. Like, the whole thing, that's one of the worst. Talk about shame over.
Yeah.
Right. You ruined a couple of your friends' lives.
Yeah, they're fine. The guy works for Google now or something. He's fine. He invented the internet in 2006. Like, we used to give free booze during the show. And that lasted 2 episodes, too, because the first time we did it, a friend had a hard out at like 3:30.
Yeah.
And then at 3:30, he's like, let's do another one. I can miss it.
No.
It got so, yeah, we got so hammered. He was just drinking straight up. What was he? By the end of it, he was just having the 1800 tequila and just like freeform drinking it right down in his gullet there.
Freeform drinking.
So like no chase, just like...
No chase.
He wasn't chasing the whole time.
What was his appointment?
He had a dinner with his girlfriend.
He's getting divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Dinner with his girlfriend.
But later, he had something important that he just missed, like a class of some sort.
Oh, yeah, it's a workout class. Like, what are you talking about? You've just been drunk this whole day.
Okay, yeah. so you did encourage it a bit.
Yeah.
Well, we gave him like 1 or 2 to loosen up if you want. It's a complimentary. And turns out that he was like flying Porter Airlines. He's like, I'm going to have more than one, unlimited.
Oh, boy. Oh, I know they do that.
Yeah, you can have, it's nice.
What? Yeah, but they get a little bit slow with the card after a bit. You're like, speed up, bitch.
After
like, get
down here.
When you're yelling speed up, bitch, they're like, she's had one.
I'm just like, are you coming back around?
Yeah.
Anytime soon?
Will you be back here?
Like, how long do you think I can nurse this Jackson tricks? Like, that's fucking real. Like, I'm going to need another glass.
Hey, you just in Montreal. Did you fly Porter to get to Montreal? Did you drive there?
No, I took the Via. Okay.
Ooh.
No, but here's the thing. Via's always good until you get one time when you're just with, like, a family with like all newborn babies.
Yes.
Because all of them are newborn. They have the like 8 different babies that popped out of that.
Same mom. It's the Octo mom from back in the day.
It literally felt like that. So like I walked in and I was so late for my via because
you never on time.
it's because I'm a Sagittarius. And so yeah, but I was like taking the Up Express from Pearson and they come every like 14 and a half minutes or whatever they feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're just all different times.
Yeah.
And so I thought I got there like it was like the subway, like I'll just get on the Up Express.
Oh, you thought it was like every 3 minutes.
Yeah. And then I got there, they're like, you might not even make it, was the timestamp basically.
Whoa.
And I was like, fuck. So I got to Union at 3:10 and my train left at 3:17.
Oh my God.
And I was like running. So I'm running. I finally get there. They scan my ticket. It's like 3:15. I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. I put my bag up. I'm like, finally I get to relax. I go to sit down and there's like 12 babies in my section.
That's
And I'm so hungover.
And it's 5 hours.
And I had just like projectile vomited in my toilet at home. Literally was like shaking me like, at least I'll be able to get some food when I get there real quick before I get on the train.
No.
But no. Up Express decided to fuck me out of that.
Up is our number 1 sponsor though, so use promo code. No.
Imagine. Oh my God. Yeah. If they were like, somebody needs to sponsor them and like give them like a whole thing, like a rundown of how to
do better. First of all, put booze on the train.
Oh, on the half an hour little.
The 15-minute train, yeah.
Yeah,
the Up Express.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That's what they need. More drunk people on.
Yeah,
on train.
make it more like the TTC.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
what we're used to.
Is there no bathrooms on the Up Express?
No.
Yeah, they have bathrooms.
No, they do. Do they?
I mean, they can't take you like without a bathroom.
Is that against the law?
They have Wi-Fi. They have to have a bathroom.
They got Wi-Fi.
Yeah. They're not gonna be like connect and scroll through your emails, but never piss.
You're just googling bathrooms close to Pearson.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're almost there, Union Station. You're late.
Were the babies crying? Is that like
the baby was really cute, but like, and she was really cute. She's like obsessed.
Not one of these ugly babies that you were.
Yeah, I don't. This is the thing. Like cute babies, I have a little bit more grace for. If you have an ugly baby and like the baby's like a brat, you're like, get fucking real.
Just setting the tone for life right away from baby age. It's like, hey, you look like Brad Pitt. Your life is gonna be easy.
You're gonna have a good life.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be good for you. You're ugly. You're gonna have to learn a skill.
You're gonna have to cry a lot less. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Respectfully.
Do you say this to the mom or the baby? Yeah.
Just whisper it to the baby.
Yeah, the baby understands.
They will.
Everyone I feel like who works for Via still, do you guys notice are French?
Yeah, they're very French.
Yeah.
It's like a grant system.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
It's like the last holdout for French Canada.
Yeah, every time they're like, thank you for leaving Toronto. It's like every time you're like, whoa.
You're like,
Are they just doing a French accent? They're just like having a little bit of fun with it.
Maybe it's because we're always going to Montreal.
It could be that exclusively. That's the only time you're on Via. No one's like, I gotta go check out Alberta from Toronto.
Oh yeah,
Via
nice
Via
6-day trip.
Yeah.
Fuck. Wait, where like? Because I don't know. I've never gone anywhere else on the Via. Oh, Ottawa, but they're also French.
I did it to London, Ontario once, but it was French staff.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Yeah.
The London, Ontario trek. Yeah, anytime you have to go to London.
Yeah, London's brutal. One time I went to London and had an Airbnb there and met these random dudes at a bar, like a country bar. Do you know what bar that is?
No.
I feel like you're from
Do you know
London.
the one?
I
You
do.
look like you're from London.
You know what?
Ontario.
I'm insulted, but at the same time, my mom is literally from London, Ontario.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, maybe I look like I
why
got a
would you go
Monster
there?
Energy sticker somewhere in my house.
Yeah. No, well, I didn't know Nike made shirts like that, but that's like you look like you are like a elite London.
Right. It's like the suburbs of London.
Yeah.
Upper class London.
It's London who finished his degree at Western, I guess.
Yeah. Without STDs.
No STDs.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple close calls.
Now you're quivering.
I'm like, how thin is the shirt? Can she see?
That's so funny.
Here's something you might not know about London, Ontario. At one time, it had the most serial killers in the world.
What?
In the world?
In the world, it had in between like 1980 and 1982, it had like 8 active serial killers going on.
Or one really good one who just would sometimes draw like a zodiac sign.
Yeah. It was just knocking people off. And apparently it was because of like lead piping, that they had a lot of lead in the water, so it's, it kind of affects you. But yeah, they had the most amount of serial killers. Just
No.
it was like an intramural sport for them.
You call him out on this fact?
Well, it's like that's not a thing.
What, serial
I wouldn't,
killers?
like-
No, they exist.
No, that's such a bold. Like you're trying to give grace, being like, oh well, it was the lead, so maybe they wouldn't have killed everyone.
Honestly, I've been drinking a lot of lead lately, and I'm feeling violent. So I can back this up.
Yeah, one of those Stanley cups is what it is.
I guess it does affect your brain. That's why, like when people were chewing pencils back in the day, remember that?
I chew pencils still. I'm about to be.
No, there's like a lot of lead in that.
That's probably why you're wearing that weird shirt.
Is that why?
I like the shirt.
You like the shirt?
Yeah, I just couldn't believe that Nike made something like that. It's like stylish.
Yeah, Nike,
Not a hot seller. I did get it from the Nike outlet shop where they send designs to dye. So maybe it didn't hit.
Tell everyone that.
Well, I got a smoking deal on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of those people that likes to tell people, "Hey, you like this shirt? Got it for $3."
Right. I can't take the compliment, so I got to be like, "Look, it was on sale."
That's like my mom. She's like, and guess what? Marked down to $2.98. I'm like, stop. She's like, but it was originally $80. I'm like, no one cares now because you told us it was $3.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
We once had furniture in my house that we found in like the garbage room.
We're doing it again.
No, but you'll see why it's relevant. And they looked really nice. They were like lazy boys and everything.
Okay.
And as a joke, we told our other roommate that we paid like $4,000 for this.
Oh, nice.
And he treated it so well. And then like after a couple months, he's like, "Where did you guys get the money for this? Like we could have used that." We're like, "Hey, dude, we actually found it. Someone was throwing it out in the building." After that, he would like wear his shoes on the couch.
No.
He would tell people when he came, he's like, "We found these pieces of shit out in the garbage room." That's like once you tell them, "Hey, it's $2.99. It's not $80. It's only garbage
exactly
couch."
That shirt's no longer good.
Nope.
But it is strange that it's like if Nike put a symbol on a blazer or something. It's like now you're wearing that.
Yeah.
I have this customized. All my suits say Nike.
Yeah.
Tuxedos, wetsuits.
It looks like an H&M men's section kind of thing.
It does kind of look like that.
Urban Outfitters.
I think it's part of their yoga line, so they're trying to be like come at. Like,
Nike has a yoga line, do they?
I didn't know that.
No, me neither.
Apparently, nobody did if it ended up at the outlet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They decided, guess what?
We're going to stick to basketball. We got a pretty good niche.
Running.
All the other sports.
All the other sports, yeah.
What is your favorite
Sport?
outfitting clothes? Oh, that doesn't even make any
Outfitting clothes.
sense. Like you have Adidas, you got Nike, you got Puma, you have Under Armour.
I
Reebok?
don't know. I'm not in my.
You're a Fila gal.
I'm not a 45-year-old housewife. I don't go to outlet malls.
Yeah, me either. That was a joke
I
earlier.
go to Halton Hills and try to like see what the deals are. But I do like Brands Gone Wild.
What's that?
It's like the hood version of like all this. Like it's like everything possible together in the same place. All different stuff like makeup, shirts, mattresses. Like you can get anything there. When they have,
It's one store, kind of like a Costco.
yeah,
But it's got brands, I imagine. Yeah.
It's just loose all over the place.
Yeah.
Like a Winners. Kind of like a Winners or a Marshalls.
Okay.
exactly.
But on steroids.
but like less clothes.
Right.
I'll buy a lot, but like
So it's not the brands. They're not like cool brands like Nike. It's just like, oh, President's Choice.
kids like Kenwood. Check it out. There's 3 locations
In Toronto. Wait, are you at a sleeper cell for Brands Gone Wild?
I can't believe I know that, but there's one close to like here-ish. There's one like in Etobicoke. There's one. Oh, they moved that one recently, but there's one at Kennedy Road.
You've been to all 3. You're like, we got to check out the Brands Gone Wild over.
You get different stuff. Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's like a Marshalls. Everyone's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've been to every Marshalls in the GTA. There's one at...
Really?
No. I'm just... I just figure people tune into this podcast so they can hear where all the Brands Gone Wilds are in the GTA.
Yeah. They don't have the internet. They don't have. They don't know where to find them.
They don't. Most of them live in the U.S. But if you guys ever come to Toronto, it's not just Drake.
No.
We got the UP.
Yes. There you go. The UP and Brands Gone Wild and
What's the UP?
The Up Express, the first 10 minutes of the podcast.
Sorry, I tuned out because it wasn't about me and I didn't
Wow.
care about it.
That's interesting. Are you just drinking water out of a mason jar?
Gin.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Did you bring your own mason jar? That's not here.
No, it's not. It's not from here. I brought my. This is actually a spaghetti jar that is now. But it's a mason jar.
You travel with glass?
I like drinking out of I like drinking out of glass.
He didn't come in with a backpack, and so did you fit that into your pockets?
It was in my car. I put it in the back. It just has this water with me because I have to drink a bunch of liters of water a day. So I know that this is 1 liter. Drink the whole thing, and then I'm down another liter for the day.
How many liters do you drink per day?
I got 4 liters a day.
4 liters.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's honestly the easiest part for me. I do like a liter when I wake up, another one like in half an hour, and then by the end of the day, no problem.
Do you eat less?
Water? No. I mean, do I eat less?
Do you chew the waters? But we've never actually
I
tried
started
water.
off with ice, and then no. I eat the exact same amount of food, but it's just you just have a lot more water. You just pee a lot more.
Scott's doing the 75 hard. Do you know what that is?
No.
75 days. You explain it. I'm going to butcher it.
Yeah, okay. 75 days. You have to have 4 liters of water, read 10 pages of a nonfiction book.
I'm already out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
You got to work out twice, one outside for 45 minutes, one inside for 45 minutes, and follow a diet of some sort.
Happy for you.
You are not.
I am. I wish I could do that. I do that shit in like really
Small chunks.
I need to have a motivation. Like, I'm going to be on TV next month.
I better have a glass of water
So that,
sometime in the next 30 days.
truly. Like, I get really into it, and everyone's like, wow, good job. You're really killing it. And I'm like, till this exact day.
The second it wraps, you're
Yeah,
like...
the minute I get off, the minute I clock out, I'm like, where is the wine?
I understand.
Lobster, I'm blacking out. I don't care. But, you know.
So you're all or nothing. You're like, go extreme when you got to hit the deadline, and then the extreme the other way as soon as it ends.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's bad.
You have to fall right off that cliff.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get back. Because if I fall right off, then I feel so shitty, then I kind of like even it out afterwards.
Right.
You need like a rock bottom.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need 7 burgers on the day, the poutine, the pizza. So I'm just like,
I'm like, oh, I was so much better before.
yeah,
exactly.
I need it to hurt. Exactly.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'll have
Never
a
do
salad.
this again.
Yeah.
Until a week from now when I forget how much this hurt.
Yeah. What's your go-to cheat meal?
Me?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Pizza. Pizza's the one if I'm like on a strict like diet. Pizzas or nachos are the ones I like daydream about.
Nachos.
It's that salty
Daydream.
carbs, I think.
Lobster for me.
Lobster.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
I love lobster.
With the buttery garlic butter.
Yeah,
and-
garlic butter.
Where do you go for a good lobster?
You gotta go to like good steakhouses, basically.
Brand's gone wild.
Brands. Oh,
They got Puma, they got lobster.
It's so funny to get a good lobster. You have to go to a steakhouse for it.
Surf and turf.
Yeah, because it's hard. Like a lot of places don't have, like especially in Toronto, they don't have lobster. Just around, it's like, and if it's on the menu at a seafood place, it's like it's in season. Like Oyster Boy, you can get a lobster at. Mm-hmm. But I go there for mainly oysters because
Because it's in the
name.
side.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the name. Yeah, but they sometimes give you a full lobster, which is my favorite.
Are you ever like, do you ever feel guilt when you see the lobster in the tank on the way in and you're like, you're like, you are all going to die.
If I could, I would.
Yeah,
If I could
Oh,
afford
no.
it, I'd.
Yeah, it's not. No, I don't feel bad because I didn't put them there.
Yeah.
Right.
If I put them there, I'd feel bad eating.
I mean, they
Actually,
are
maybe I
there
feel
for
better.
you. They are there for you, so you did in a way put them there.
No, but if I like caught them, like if I was like a hunter gatherer, maybe I would
Right.
eat meat.
Oh, I feel the same way.
opposite way. Yeah.
Some people are like, they want to kill their own meat. Like,
Yeah.
I'll kill my own chicken. I'll hunt my own elk. I'm like, if it's up to me to kill the thing, this thing's going to be a pet in my house.
yeah,
I'm getting tofu.
yeah, exactly. Because I can't. I feel
But
bad.
the fact it's dead in the grocery store, you can kind of do the
Yeah,
disconnect.
or
Where you're like,
dying.
it's dying. Yeah, there's a dying chicken in the grocery store.
What
Where do you shop?
I need
It's
the
just,
lobster.
it's just the Wuhan wet market. It's just, there's a bunch of dying animals. Pick the one you want to eat later.
You're like, I'll take it. Yeah. Fuck, that's so tricky.
Which animal would you be able to kill though, if you had to?
Human.
You yeah.
No problem.
Oh yeah, we count.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess if you is that your answer?
Dude, I got London, Ontario in my blood. Most serial killers per capita, I'm always trying to kill human beings.
I could never kill a human being.
No?
No,
Not even your enemy?
I don't hate anyone enough.
Scott?
Never. I have so much guilt. Like I feel guilt over like little
Yeah,
things.
it's
like,
more about you. You'd be like, I killed that person, and then you have to deal with the ramifications of the guilt, and you're like, I would kill that person, but the guilt is overtaking it, now ruining my life. So thanks a lot for that.
I don't think I could be able to watch someone die.
Well, that's fair. That's a very
Probably
human-
a good quality. We're like,
You guys are like, but come on.
yeah, I know. I realize we're on the wrong side here.
I very much stand with you. Let's not kill any of the humans. Let's keep them alive for as long as possible.
Oh right, your question was the animals, and then you.
I took it down a dark path.
I could. You know what? I could kill. Actually, I have killed gophers.
For sport, for
okay.
fun?
Yeah,
food.
I dated a guy in Alberta. Oh my god, he loved gopher hunting.
Whoa.
Because they apparently dig holes that horses can step in, right? And then
Yeah.
you can break the horses' legs?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that.
He's from.
Not only London, Ontario. I'm from the West, where we kill gophers for sport. No, I couldn't. I had a friend who would do it with a slingshot. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that what a way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just looking at the sun. You're looking for your shadow to find out if there's going to be 6 more weeks of spring. A little
Oh,
rock.
That's a
my-
groundhog, but yeah.
Whatever.
Same animal, same thing.
You're telling me a guy who's taken a slingshot to kill these little animals knows the difference between a gopher, a marmot, and a groundhog?
I mean,
Groundhogs are way bigger.
Okay, I'm an idiot then. I guess I'm on the wrong side on this argument.
But I want to give it to you, but they're significantly bigger. But like the gophers,
Raccoon, no one can tell the difference.
I hate raccoons. I would kill raccoons.
oh, you're in Toronto. You have a lot of options to do that.
I hate that they have hands. It's so fucked
That's
up.
why you want to kill them?
Yeah, they're too they're gross.
What about pandas?
Oh,
Pandas have hands.
They have hands. They're picking up the bamboo,
What?
aren't they?
No. They're
They
bears.
have like
Maybe this is why I learned I don't know what any animal looks like.
I'm like, what?
You only...
They have like hand. What are they called? Paws.
Yeah, they have paws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raccoons have paws.
No, I'm talking about bears.
Bears, they all have paws.
People sometimes comment in
only-
comment stories like, these people are idiots. And now I'm like, as we're trying to figure out what pandas have.
Animals have hands, but like I think, primates are the only animals that have hands.
And raccoons.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider
That's why
those
they're
hands.
weird.
It's interesting you want to kill raccoons because they have hands, but you would not kill a human who also has hands.
Yeah.
The only difference between a human and a raccoon, or similarity. I don't know what narrative I'm trying to spin
They
here.
have personality. Like humans can talk and stuff. Raccoons.
Rocket Raccoon? The Marvel Raccoon?
Okay.
Would you kill him?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I don't know where your morals lie at this point.
You want us to get on board so hard. You're like, okay, the hands.
I know. I'm really trying to make it not sound weird. I brought up human beings to kill really.
Well, no, a lot of people kill people.
Yeah.
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 That's the main problem with having guns. Or else we all have them.
True.
But everyone be like, I'd love to kill you.
Yeah. And
people wanted to kill each other so much that we had to restrain them from doing that by giving them less lethal options.
and make it against the law,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
against the Bible. There's a lot of no's with that one.
Yeah. So it's not just you. Don't worry.
Good. I'm not the first one to think of it.
You're not the first one to think of it. It's that we did it.
Right. Yeah. You guys never win.
We were talking about animals, but understandably so. Again, the lead in the blood.
What would you kill though?
I don't have a problem with killing the animals.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. I've never killed an animal other than a fish.
By accident, just by not feeding it enough?
Well, no, I was fishing as a kid off a dock, and I caught this fish, but I couldn't get the hook out, right? And I kept trying. It was stuck around the hook, like this bar in the middle of its neck, and it was dying slowly. I was like, we got to get this thing, because I was with my buddy at the time. We gotta get this thing. It's hurting. It's in pain, and so we decided to smash its head with a rock.
Yeah, I don't believe that the line before what you just said happened.
You just think he had blood in his eyes, and he's like, "We gotta finish the job."
Yeah, literally. I was like, oh no. Like,
Well, I couldn't get it off the thing, so what was I gonna do? Just let the thing suffocate?
Throw it back in the water.
Yeah.
I had the hook. I gotta keep the hook. I gotta keep fishing.
You gotta keep the hook. It's 35 cents. Cut the hook.
I guess that's true. I just didn't know how to do it. I wasn't an avid fisher. I was a 6-year-old child. So I was like,
6?
yeah, 6.
Holding a rod covered in blood from 1,000 other times you've done it.
And then you're hitting it on the ground against the
Oh
dock.
God, what a way.
It definitely did stop going though. It stopped flapping around.
Living?
Yeah.
I had to kill a
Murder.
bat like that once.
What's up with you guys?
You're just like, what is
How
this
did
show?
you catch a bat? Did you have a hook?
No, a bat was in the house. And
Slingshot.
my buddy shot it with a slingshot. No, and somebody tried to grab it to get it out of the house, and they broke its wing, and it was just in so much pain
Right.
that they
Just
were like
crying with those.
Oh, it was
beautiful-
horrible. I
those
hated
beautiful
it.
baby bats.
And it was just an innocent, like, bats are, like, people are scared of them, but they're not mean. Like, they're just they're creepy, but they're nice little things. I don't know. It was really sad. It was just
And so, how did you kill the bat?
with a rock.
With the bat.
with a baseball bat?
That would have
be
been
crazy.
appropriate. Yeah.
That would be crazy.
How do you think? Yeah.
So we took it outside and you threw it.
It was outside, so they threw it outside to try and get it to fly away, and they just immediately hit the ground and was just screaming as it was, like, flapping on the... It was horrible. It's a horrible memory.
And then you were like, "Don't worry, everyone. I've got this."
No, I was like...
And you picked the rock up over your head, like.
like I was Simba, like...
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was horrible. I hate it. I had to do it.
Let's talk about it more. Let's bring this up more.
Yeah.
Re-traumatize yourself.
Yeah, I had to...
How old were you?
This is like 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah. I hated doing it. I wish they hadn't done it.
Are they
bats-
major?
I believe so.
What about Halloween?
When all the bats are released into the wild
Yeah.
and become Draculas.
I literally, as I said that, I was like, that's so stupid.
Oh, I didn't even know this was 2 years ago. I thought this was when you were a child, like the story that I told.
No, I had morality. I was already like, I don't want to send this
Yeah.
thing into oblivion.
You were a vegan. For
I was
5
vegan.
years?
Oh, Are you?
Not anymore. But like I like animals. So it was very. I didn't like that I was the only one who was not going to let this thing just die for the next 48 hours.
What made you stop being vegan?
There was no there was no moment where it was just like, I'm done. I was just in New York and I was we were having such a hard time finding food, and it was one of those trips where everything was going wrong. And then I just like ended up ordering a chicken burger, and then I was like, I guess I'm just not vegan anymore.
That is something. That's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just inconvenient.
Nothing really make that happen. It's just that
a
New York
loose
fucking sucks for vegan people.
Which is crazy because it has like the most restaurants.
It wasn't New York City. It was. We were at a film festival in the Hamptons, which you would think I would have vegan. Like, and it was just like there was nothing but fries, and like 3 days of eating that, we were just like, all right.
Yeah, they didn't have.
You'd be
salads
perfect
there.
for the Hamptons.
It's the sweater.
It is the sweater.
Yeah. You would think not enough cuisine.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to make my way to the Hamptons.
Eventually.
Yeah, get rich.
Ooh.
What would you do in the Hamptons though? Like, what do people do in the Hamptons? What is the Hamptons, first of all, and what do you do there?
I just watch reality TV, so I just watch the show Summer House, where they all go to the Hamptons every weekend from New York.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's my only view of what the Hamptons is.
Is it just a vacation zone?
it's
spot?
kind of like the equivalent of Muskoka, I guess. Front
Yeah.
Okay, and then they just hang out there and get drunk. And
hang out, a little bit of more naturey. But I wasn't that blown away with it being Canadian. Like all my New York City friends were always like, "Oh, you're gonna love it up there, isn't it gorgeous?" Then I went up there, I'm like, "This just looks like a normal place, other than the mansions."
Right.
But I wasn't like, "Oh, I can't wait. I gotta sell more stocks to get here."
Yeah, so you're just like, it's not that great. Okay, so then I won't go. There's so many places I haven't been to. I've never been to Vegas.
You know what? Vegas kind of sucks.
That's why I was just like, I feel like I don't need that.
Yeah, it's like a mall. It's a lot like the movies. Vegas looks amazing. New Orleans is what Vegas pretends to be.
I love New Orleans.
Okay,
I've
then
been
just
there
keep
so many times.
keep going there.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
See, I do.
Yeah, New Orleans is the one place in the States I'd like to go back to. It's just a fun time.
It's the best when you're not going for like Mardi Gras or anything like that. You're going just like, I go for the jazz festivals and like,
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
an amazing like food and just like the
food's
French
so
court
good.
with it looking all with the old buildings and stuff.
so nice.
Yeah.
And they have such good crazy food there, like alligator soup. You guys ever try that?
No, I didn't.
No?
I tried a
Turtle soup?
no. Anyone who like is into PETA listening to this podcast, the first half is like, how did you kill animals? We killed bats. We can eat exotic animals.
Yeah, I know. It's just all
You've never killed an animal.
a gopher.
Oh, that's right, the gopher. Sorry.
In New Orleans, a guy stepped on my toes in line at this like burger place.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was just like the southern like attitude. He turned to me and he shook my hand and he was like, "I'm sorry." And he like looked me in the eye and it was like the most authentic apology anyone's ever done for me for anything. And I was like,
no, they're so Southern hospitality is like actually such a thing.
it was crazy.
They're so sweet. Every time you give someone like money, you give them change. You're like, thank you, baby. And you're like, oh.
My favorite is where they say like, "You're fine," instead of like, if you're like, sorry, like a Canadian, we're passing someone instead of saying pardon, and they're like, "You're fine." My favorite Southern expression of all those is "bless your heart."
But that means that's
It's a dig.
It's a rude thing.
Scott, he's doing his podcast. Bless his heart.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, the UK has that too. When they say like, they're like, "Oh, bless her."
Same thing
Yeah,
of like
it's very much like don't
that
bless
poor thing.
What is it? I feel like, oh, God help this person
Yeah,
because
it's clearly
they're
they
so
haven't been
lost.
blessed.
They obviously don't know
Yeah.
what's going on in their lives.
Yeah.
They have no aptitude for it. Yeah. They're just nice. They just nicely dig you at all times, unless they're like you.
Yeah, they're like, but I like that. It's a little more direct though. It's like not past. Like, Canadians, you never know what they really think.
No, we secretly hate you and they just never tell you for like 20
And
years.
they're just like, "Oh my god, what's been new?" Like it's like crazy. Everyone's so fake in Canada.
You're right. That's what's way worse. Like the Americans at least tell you like, it sounds rude,
Yeah.
but like that you know if they hate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you just know. It's like it's way better than being like, "Come to my party." Oh my gosh, I had to invite her because everyone else is going. You're
Oh
just
my
like, well,
god,
just
that
go
is
invite
it.
her.
Yeah. It's like I can't not invite her.
But then she's gonna like ask me if I don't like her, and like I don't need to go through that. It's like you don't need to go through telling someone you hate them. It's so weird.
So instead they're in your bride's party, like, yeah.
Yeah, now they're just like signing your marriage certificate. You hate her.
You're doing couples retreats.
Literally.
It's like Scott and I. We don't like each other, but we're just too polite to say it.
How do you guys know each other?
A mutual friend of ours, Scott Cavallero,
Oh,
A long time ago.
he's married to A comedian.
Yeah, Claire.
Oh, I know her. Yeah.
Yeah, Claire Stollery. Yeah, Scott.
She's the best.
She's great. She's
So
wonderful.
funny.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Yeah.
That's how we met, but that was like 15 years ago. We've known each other a long time. Then we did Second City around the same time.
Yeah.
Together.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Yeah, you always bring up the fact that I called you. I said you look like a coked out Robert Downey Jr. the first time I met you.
And now she said I look like I'm from the Hamptons, so I guess I'm on a glow up.
You're on a glow up.
I'm sober Robert Downey Jr. now.
You would say that about your friend?
This first time I met him, so he wasn't a friend at the
He
time.
wasn't my friend yet.
See, not every Canadian is nice.
You're right. You might be the exception to the rule.
Yeah, I just completely mean to everybody up front, and then see if they can handle the beating and the abusive behavior that I give you, and then we become friends.
It's true.
That actually is how we became friends, because you were so mean to me.
You were mean to her too?
Yeah.
I'm mean to everybody.
He was like, yeah, I like to ask people to do things for me, which I didn't really realize was a thing that I do, but like, I thought like you were standing beside the bar and I asked you to get me a drink, and then you're like, no, get your own fucking drink. What's wrong with your hand?
Did you think he worked there?
No, he was just closer.
But he was a stranger.
No, I know. I knew
Oh,
already.
okay.
Is this true story? I don't know if you're making this up or not. I mean,
Yeah, we were at the Second City party and you wouldn't get me a drink.
Wow, you got legs, right?
That's exactly how he said it.
Nothing's changed.
And then I was like, how rude of this man.
Do you guys know each other from the stand-up world?
We know each other
through
through Coco.
Coco.
Oh, through Coco. Okay. Who did Con with you? Who did Second City with
That's
you?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, like, yeah, because of Coco now, Scott's in my life.
Scott once tried to offer me money to live in my car in L.A.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Rough, eh?
He wouldn't let me live in. He wouldn't let me live in that car either, though. You know what I mean? What kind of friend is this?
It was really weird when I wanted to drive around my car. I didn't want a sleeping guy in the back paying $400 a month.
Come on, where are we going today?
Yeah.
You're like,
Wait, well, we weren't doing anything. We're just surfing most days. So
Did you live in LA too?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
I had a house and a car.
Wow.
Yeah.
things kind of really went downhill for you after that, huh?
I guess so. Now we only got a podcast studio.
So you were living in LA
Yeah.
for how long?
I lived there for a year. And was that the same you lived there too?
About 2.5 years. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Off and on, yeah.
Oof, that's crazy.
Often.
LA, I like LA because those are the most of like what we were talking about, the most direct people. They're like, hey, can you take this picture for clout? Hey, can you not come to this because I like? They're just so.
Hey,
like,
could you not come to this because I don't want you in any of the pictures?
Yeah, like,
They're not even
They
pretending.
don't pretend.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's very like.
That's the opposite thing I've heard about LA is that because they're just always
it's
all
fake.
fake. Everything's fake.
Yeah, they're fake, but they're obvious about their fake.
Right.
Right, they're bad at being fake.
Like they bring ring lights out to the club.
That's funny.
It's crazy.
I see them in my gym now, people working out with ring lights.
With ring lights.
Ring lights.
Not even just a
and the
tripod.
tripod.
Just a full-
Yeah.
Are you
gotta-
serious?
Yeah. Wait, so we live in
putting-
that world now.
Putting filters on.
They're doing
Oh, for
fitness
sure.
videos.
But they're also not real fitness videos because they're low cleavage fitness videos. Like it's clearly that's like squat technique and just like bridge holds with the push-up bra.
Right.
And I'm like, this is clearly just thirst trap
For OnlyFans.
fake. Like it looks like it's workout videos, but the people watching that, they're not there to watch your workout technique.
No.
Yeah, fuck.
What are you getting out of that, though?
The people watching it,
Yeah.
they're jerking off.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
They're getting orgasms out of it.
Oh, they are. Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
mean
yeah.
the people making that
Yeah,
content?
they're
Yeah.
making it for the people that
I guess they're getting that revenue, I guess, if or something. I don't know. The clout, they're feeling cool. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they like so crazy. Wow.
Cut to Scott just posting him shirtless working out.
Nobody
You have been
needs to
doing the
see
75 hard.
That's so nuts. I can't believe that. The world that we live in right now is so fucked.
that. It's got to be tough to think of your life as like everything's content. I mean, obviously we're on a dumb podcast here, and by dumb I mean
about this
great
part
fun.
of it,
And we're all having a wonderful time. But like in your regular life, you're just like, oh, maybe I'll go out to the park today and film some stuff so it shows that I did something in that day.
Yeah.
I like
Totally.
That's tough. I gotta imagine that's a tough one.
And
to
it
brain.
didn't exist 15 years ago. Like this is so new.
Isn't that crazy?
And everybody, you look outside, we're all staring at our phones 24. Like it's like we ruined history. It's crazy that we're all.
we ruined
It's
it.
like this was it.
That literally is it. They're like, wow, you guys really fucked it.
I think of that, but are you just old at this point? Are you just old? Because like I'm sure people said that about the telephone, where they're
Yeah.
just like,
No, but-
oh, now people.
But
are
no
gonna
one's been
talk.
addicted to like my parents are addicted to Facebook. Like every human being of
Yeah.
every age is just staring at this thing all day.
Yeah, it's like when you see an ape with an iPad now. They're just like, whoa, show me the next picture.
They can do it?
Yeah, everybody can do it. Apes can do it.
Apes?
Yes.
Fuck, man.
That's who we should be trying to get the niche to watch our show.
That's something I'd kill.
And hey, you just hate things with hands. I'm telling you, my argument.
I know it might be that.
I think it's hands.
Okay.
Anything else with hands, watch out.
But to be honest, the internet was just invented in 2000. We've only had it for 24 years.
Oh, was it? I feel like it was a little bit before. Was that? But I guess
1993.
Is that when we stuck?
No, it wasn't. It was 2000.
No.
That's when. Yeah, the internet.
The night Y2K, the year that night it launched.
Sorry, Facebook was out in 95.
2006.
Not Facebook.
None of
I'm
these
sorry.
are facts.
Facebook was out before
MySpace. I'm thinking MySpace.
Remember Facebook? It was
MySpace.
mail. You'd letter. It was hand Facebook.
Yeah, I was like,
They had it beforehand.
But you're right.
Email was created in like 95.
It's a millennial thing. Like since the 80s,
I
the
think
people
it's
born.
2000. Honestly.
Okay, well that's fair. You can think wrong things, but I'm not gonna hold you.
Or was that Google was invented in 2000?
That may be closer to true.
No, yeah. Google had stock in 2001 because it was selling for $23 a share. So Google existed
They
before
had the internet because I was watching 9/11 conspiracy videos in like 2001 on like Google Video, which was the.
Didn't that happen in
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm
2006?
Wait,
9/11.
Yeah.
No. 2000. No, September 11th, 2001.
Okay.
It's all right. We'll cut that out. You don't need to know times or dates or like big things that you will never forget.
As long as you knew that 9/11 happened on September 11th, that part we can
I
agree.
do because
Yeah.
it's my anniversary with my boyfriend.
That's when you got married or started dating.
Yeah,
You saw the second plane hit, and you're like, I gotta wife somebody up.
It's nuts though because we didn't realize it was September 11th. So we were like, yeah,
It's obviously.
Yeah.
The motto "never forget" didn't really stick for you.
yeah. Well, now we never forget our day.
Right. That's what you think it's about for everyone. Whenever they sure never forget, you're like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for once again acknowledging us.
Thank you, President Bush, for tweeting that.
Oh boy. But yeah, so 2001.
But you're right. It's like it's a weird thing where we've talked about it before on the show. But like in some ways, it's good because like if you're a comic or whatever you're doing, there's now you don't need permission. You can put it online. You can find an audience in the same way. But there's also the fact that we're all addicted to this dopamine machine.
And like anyone can do it. Like look at you
Yeah,
being on the internet.
I know.
Nobody wants this.
It's the worst.
Everyone's unique though. Like I go down some rabbit holes.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you found? Like got deep into on the internet recently?
Calling it on the internet.
On the World Wide Web.
So like tarot videos.
Whoa, like
tarot card readings.
Yeah.
Oh. And you see like people getting their tarot card readings and like getting blown away and like, whoa, how did you know?
No, normally it's to the camera, right?
Yeah,
they read you.
Camera and they're reading you.
It's kind of like a fortune cookie in the sense that you're like, this might be kind of applicable for everybody. But you're right. Like my girlfriend has sent me some, and I'm like, shit, this is about me.
Yeah. Literally.
Is it live?
No.
No, they do it. Some of them do live ones, but I don't.
But the thinking behind it is that video found you, Siami. So if
Okay.
it found you, you were meant to see
Your girlfriend sent it to you, so
She's part of the vessel for the universe, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's one
That's
way
true.
of looking at
Good.
it.
What's your sign?
Aries, double Aries. Aries at night, Aries in the morning.
You have vicious fights.
Aries twice on Sundays. I have vicious what?
Fights.
With everyone?
Yeah.
Mainly just with myself.
Yeah, I mean, like Aries are very. Oh yeah, you guys have a sensitive side.
Yeah, we're sweet little ambitious things that are more like where we're just always working and always doing something that there's
Yeah,
more
but very
neglect.
like. Yeah.
You've never had a fight in your life.
What?
Hey, this man.
Wouldn't it be cool if I was cooler? I'd fight him right now.
But like, I mean, like Aries, they don't fight like everybody else fights. They just will never talk to you again.
Oh yeah, that's
They're just like, okay.
If you suddenly see Scott cut from the pod, like just he's blurred out his
Blurred
face the
out?
rest of the thing.
Yeah.
I was beat up once in front of a bar.
I just been like,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, you're sorry. Tell me
Is that
about
in
that.
London?
No, that was in Victoria, BC.
Oh wow.
You would think I was so drunk. It was my fault. No, it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
I'm blaming myself for getting beat up. I went up to these guys in front of a bar, and I was like,
Said
just
hello.
yeah.
Said, "You
And
guys
they
want-"
beat me up, and I deserved it.
And it was all me.
Pretty much, though. I was like 19 or 18, and it was like a group of older guys, and I went up to them, and I was just like, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what I said at first. I was with a friend, and then someone was like, fuck you, or something. And then I was like, oh, you guys are really big. You could kick my ass. And the one guy was like, oh, this guy wants to see if we can kick his ass. And that led
That was
to...
not your fault.
Yeah, you're right. Come to think of it, me telling it for the... Yeah,
I was like, that's actually a crime.
yeah can we... What's the statute of limitations on that?
Probably forever. You
I can find out those blurry faces, because in my mind, they're blurry faces, too.
How bad did you get beat up?
I actually got punched. I just got punched in the head. I luckily did like a chin down thing, so it hit my skull.
Right.
But then I was so loaded, man. I went back to my dorm room and got like my group of friends to come back. And so like 10 of us went back to the bar, but I was so wasted I couldn't remember what they looked like, the guys who beat me up.
So we just beat up a random guy.
No, then my friend was a black belt in judo, and he was like, went up to them and was like, I will not fight you, but I'm a black belt, and they beat the fuck out of him. They broke his nose, and I just remember seeing him just getting beat up.
I'm so sorry. No.
I never said we were a cool crew.
You went home, you got your black belt friend in judo.
Turns out judo's a lot of throwing with gis.
That's so...
And then he had the audacity to come up to a group that you didn't even remember.
A group, period. Just a group.
Of way older guys. These guys like 24,
and just to let them know that, hey, I could beat you up.
Well, he was kind of like, who did this? Like,
I'm a black belt.
I'm not gonna fight, but I am. My hands are weapons, and they just started going at him. I just remember him just getting punched on the...
And that's a cut too later on. He just comes back with like a stake on the eye. But
yeah, he had to go to the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I woke up with this huge goose egg.
That's your fault.
And then
so some of it is his fault.
Yeah, I shouldn't have got back my friends.
Yeah,
I should just went to bed and cried.
And you guys are still friends?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
No,
I should text them more probably.
Probably. He was.
I felt very great. He was bleeding so bad that my shirt was covered in blood. So the one guy's on top of him, beating him up.
Right.
Our third friend, who's an attorney now, he was brave. He went up and he kicked the guy who was beating up the black belt. Kicked him in the face.
Wait, he kicked the guy. Oh, I thought you said he kicked the guy.
So I'm there being like, "Who beat me up?" My friend then finds the accused and is like,
"Right,
I will not hurt you." Gets the shit kicked out of him. That guy's beating him up.
Right.
My other friend kicks him in the face. We make an escape, I think. And I just remember I'm so wasted that I took a hammer and nails and I took my t-shirt that's just covered in blood, this Toronto Blue Jays t-shirt, nailed it into my wall of the dorm room drywall. And I wrote in Sharpie, "Never forget what friends did for you."
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning. A friend of mine slept in my dorm room on the floor to block the door because I was so wasted I wanted to go back out again. He was like, and I remember just waking up, baseball shaped thing on my skull, looking at the shirt just nailed to the wall. Sharpie there for the next 8 months.
No.
Oh, it was just...
There was like, what happened last night?
Truly, one of the worst things, but the worst thing is that you did remember it, but it felt like it wasn't you. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Oh no, where is Morgan okay? Like, Morgan was into the ER last night. And I was like, oh my God. Like, the whole thing, that's one of the worst. Talk about shame over.
Yeah.
Right. You ruined a couple of your friends' lives.
Yeah, they're fine. The guy works for Google now or something. He's fine. He invented the internet in 2006.
Listen, I was pretty close.
Yeah, just a couple decades off.
Like, I think it's like around then.
Yeah, we were humoring you a bit, like being like, maybe it's around 2000, but then when you said 9/11 didn't happen until 2006, we're like, okay, yeah, 80s internet.
I forgot what year that was in my mind.
Right.
That was my second year of university, but like I met my first year of high school. I know it sounds like I'm making this up. But yes, I was in grade 9. That is when it happened.
Right.
Okay, I remember that one. And then what was the other one?
When the internet existed?
I think that one's still 2000.
You're like locked in on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's
comment below when the internet was made.
No, it's Google. Google was 2000. The internet was before.
People listen to this show for facts that we make up in real time.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of idiots.
No, I think that we have heavy hitting opinions.
Yeah. We're just all strong points
in your
of view.
world, the internet started in the 2000s. And that's your opinion on it. It doesn't matter. Facts don't matter. We're living past
Google.
Past facts.
The good thing is that I don't
world.
have my phone with me, so I can't even check it.
Are you guys... I know you guys said you wouldn't really kill animals. Are you animal people? Are you cat people?
I love cats and dogs. I love cats more, I think.
Okay, this is perfect then. I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
A provocative question. Would you rather live for 20 more years, but you're locked inside an apartment? You can't watch TV. You can't read any books. The only people who come in there don't speak your language, so you can kind of communicate with them, but you never fully understand them, and they really never fully understand you. But you live for 20 more years. Or you live your life that you have now, but you die in a year. Which do you choose? And Scott, you can answer too.
I'll die in a year.
You pick your life now, but you're dead in a year, but you keep going to the movies and living your life and going outside.
What's happening in this like I'm in an apartment, like in
an apartment or house,
and these people come in and I like them, or they
you like them,
but I can't really talk to them. They're just like, but I'm not watching television. I'm not doing.
You can
anything.
watch them. You can't understand what's going on.
I'm not inside the whole time.
You're inside the whole time.
Take me out in a year.
Dead in a year?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I've asked this to tons of people. No one has ever answered the live for 20 years. It's the life of an indoor cat.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
I have an indoor cat. So
Yeah.
but like it's the exact same thing. It's like, you know, if you let them out, they'll be dead in a year, hit by a car, hit by an owl. But versus the life they have, which is this life that anyone I've asked is like, no way, that's torture.
That's interesting. I had a cat it's my roommate's cat, but I lived with a cat for 2 years. And yeah, maybe he was trying to get out the whole time.
Get pawed at the
Yeah.
windows.
Well, yeah, he would like hang off the balcony, and I'm like, I don't know, do it. I've given you everything.
They are a bit of they're kind of hostages.
What do you want? What do you want?
They're hostages in your house. I mean, like
Little cute hostages that you love.
Well, you love them. They don't love you, right? They
Well,
they have
they-
no,
You've never met my cat, dude.
Well, my cat tried to kill us multiple times.
exactly.
Like pushed
That's
the
what they
knife
do.
block off of like the top of our microwave. Like we turned around.
While you're in the bath?
Well, no, while we were in the kitchen because like he wanted bacon and we were shielding him from the bacon. He figured it out. He was really smart. He still is, I guess. And then he jumped up and started slowly pushing the knife blocks. And then like
What?
They all like were like they all were like stabbed in the ground. And then I turned around. He's just like.
You see, you made it.
Yeah, he just wanted, he just looked at us being like, I told you I wanted the bacon. We have to lock him in the bathroom for like 13 hours.
That's the thing. They're
They're
serial
crazy.
killers.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're smart. Yeah, they're smart.
They're
No,
smart.
yeah, like a serial killer.
Like a serial killer, like they're from London, Ontario, baby.
Yeah,
Does that going to be the title of this episode, London, Ontario?
It gets 3 views because of that.
Yeah, London, Ontario. We're good.
I met a girl once who was like said she was from London.
Yeah.
I was bartending at the time, and a girl came in and she's like, "Oh, I go to Western. I'm from London, Ontario. It's overrated." And me and my friend turned. We're like, "Is it rated? Like, I don't think it's overrated. What?
It's not rated.
It's not rated."
Like, the school was good, but then didn't they have something really crazy that happened with their school recently?
Oh, I don't know.
There was like this... Man, it is crazy when we don't have our phones. Like, nothing exists.
We complain that we're all addicted to these things, then we're all just idiots. We don't know when the internet's born.
Born.
Something happened at some time to that school, maybe, possibly, but I can't tell you because the machine isn't telling me what happened.
Yeah.
This thing doesn't work up here. This thing will tell me if
The
something
godlike
happened.
machine that knows everything.
Yeah, well, you outsource your brain to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's why you gotta, that's why there's so many stupid people. There's so many stupid people around these days.
Well, like, what's stupid? Like, they don't know.
Like, people that don't try to think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Because-
any of my friends' numbers. You guys know your friends' phone
I
numbers?
know all my friends' numbers.
You do?
I don't save a lot of numbers on my phone. I love, knowing that kind of shit. Like,
That's
weird.
good.
It's a
Like,
personal
weird
thing.
Yeah, because I like to,
If I
have
like you
something-
enough to know their number.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
So
you're
it's I
kidnapped,
type in their numbers every time I call them, and
Right.
you're fine. Like, you're kidnapped in that situation. You find a payphone, boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah,
Payphones don't exist anymore.
they do.
Where?
There is one at the Bramalea GO station in Brampton.
Whoa.
You didn't expect a specific answer like
You know
that, did you, motherfucker?
What's crazy is that they had payphones everywhere, like whole booths for them to be, and you just paid and used it. But
Yep.
like, you don't have cell phones just floating around all over the place. Just a couple of attached cell phones to the wall that people could pick up.
You're
and
saying they
make-
should?
Why not?
Because everyone's got a cell phone.
But think about how hard it was to put in all those
Wait,
phones.
sorry. What was this?
Well, like, say you're locked out of your place, and you don't have your phone or whatever it is, or you got to make a quick call.
Yeah.
So you just want another cell phone?
Well, if I didn't have a cell phone, you're presupposing that everyone has cell phones. You're thinking, oh, it's a well, who are you if you don't have a cell phone? But some people don't have cell phones. Some people can't afford cell phones. Maybe, I don't know. And then so
This is what I've been just taking a turn.
You're like,
so
all
I'm
right.
saying they should have just regular cell phones just floating around that people pick up, pay.
Floating around like what? Like a Bixie bike?
You've been to the Apple store, right? They're attached
I
to
was
the
like,
shit.
is this what you think this is? Oh my god, it is.
Think about what they had payphones, right?
You're talking about payphones right now.
Yeah,
You just
but make the cell phones everywhere then.
so people can carry them on.
But they can't because you want them in, so it's still a payphone.
I still attach
Does it have
to
a
the thing.
cord?
That's right. I'm just surprised at the amount of effort they went to have the phone, and now they've taken it all away, and they're just like, get your own fucking phone.
Oh.
Or like water fountains as well. You used to have water fountains all over the place. Now they're just like, go buy a bottle of water.
Oh, they have them
Nobody-
at the airport still.
Yeah, I'm not traveling to the airport to get
Get a
water,
drink.
all right? I want water at the fucking park.
At the, they have them at the park. They're just so shit.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They're like they dribble out like the ending of like you know.
Yeah, you're right. You don't want to lick that. Get too close to that. Taste that metal.
Yeah.
Taste that lead.
As you're drinking bottled water. But that's what I'm saying. They had communal services, if you will, to be able to.
I got bad news for you, Scott. The reason they don't have it is because they weren't making any more money, buddy. No one was feeding the machines those quarters anymore.
Right.
I had to use a payphone the other day. That's why I brought it up.
That's how you knew about that one? Did you have a quarter?
I had a quarter.
And you memorized.
I always keep cash on me too because I feel it's weird that everything is just.
But only in quarters. Only $80 in quarters at all times.
Well, I always try to have cash on because remember that day that we had that blackout, which I always like, and then you couldn't use anything but cash.
Right.
Oh, way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years ago.
Oh, maybe I just wasn't here. I thought you meant the like famous like East Coast blackout.
Oh no, the one where the weekend concert.
Yeah.
I don't remember this. Maybe I was at
2 summers ago.
So the whole city went dark?
Or like a summer ago. Yeah.
You
the whole city, you couldn't use anything. Rogers had that outage.
Oh, but was the power out too, or just all the tills?
Well, they like all the towers.
It's like pre-internet.
Yeah.
For 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was everyone just happy?
No, because you had to go into the bank, and that was the only way you were able to get money.
Oh, because the ATMs weren't even working.
Well, you couldn't take money out. Yeah.
Right.
You had to go into the bank. They had to like do that slide thing, like write it off, like back in the day shit.
Oh yeah.
It was fucked.
So then you were like, "Fuck this! I'm always keeping cash."
Some cash if like the world ends.
Well, how much is a good amount of cash to keep on you just in case?
Like $200.
You got $200 on you right now?
No.
She's scared we're gonna rob her.
You caught him a bluff there.
No, I don't because I actually used it yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, because I like had to pay cover like all. This is why I don't have money. This always happens because I went to a rave by accident, and
we're gonna have to hear more about this though.
This accidental rave.
I had money for cover, so like then you pay out, and then like simple things like that where you go to like after hours and like they don't take.
Right, so you had to spot all your friends too
Yeah.
because you're the one with cash.
Yeah,
I feel like somehow the more interesting part of that story became accidentally going to a rave.
Yeah, I did a show, and then I was like gonna go see one of my friends who has a bar nearby. It's not his bar, but he bartends there, and I was like, oh, I'll have a nice glass, so chilled red, and then I'll go home because I haven't drank in a while. Well, I've been drinking, but I hadn't like drank in Toronto in a while. So it's like I'm gonna go see people I haven't seen in a month because I've been on tour. And then I went there, and then my friend that came with me from the show was like, going to a rave 350 meters from here if you want to pop in. And I was like, oh, maybe.
No one just pops into a rave.
I thought I could pop in.
It's a commitment.
And then I walked in, and it was like intense drum and bass and like extreme house.
And then it just overtook your body. And
then I was just like, it's 3 a.m.
Yeah, 7 hours later.
Yeah, I was fucked. And I was in like an old Navy fleece sweater. That's how much I didn't know I was going to this rave.
Yeah, you look like Ian out there.
Yeah, I'm going to a rave after this.
That's breathable.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Nike's really doing it up. People need to know about that.
Yeah, fleece rave. You're just like, who?
Fleece rave is actually a good, yeah.
It's just all North Face.
But yeah, you're doing a show because you're a stand-up, of course, and you have all those wonderful albums, purse wine, table wine that you can find on any place that has podcasts or music, right? To Spotify, Apple,
Mainly albums. Yeah.
albums. That's correct.
Yeah, but
They say you're not good at this.
you're great at it.
An organic segue.
I love that.
Into your career, and you have some things coming out, right? I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I just recorded the new wave of stand-up in Vancouver for Just for Last Vancouver. So
Oh, sweet. How was the Vancouver crowds? How were they?
they were great, actually. I was surprised.
I've heard that Vancouver audiences,
Yeah,
like people
They
like
were amazing.
Chris D'Elia even filmed his special there, which is kind of interesting for an American comic.
Yeah.
Well, that is interesting. For
Yeah,
This is
but
before or after it got canceled?
before.
He just came back.
Yeah,
That was so
I didn't even
crazy.
know he was.
He got
canceled, to be
renewed.
honest with you.
Yeah, he just came back. He's like, yeah, I'm just doing my podcast. And everyone's like, okay, guys. I'm like, what?
If you don't acknowledge it,
Like, hello.
What about the people you?
Forgetting some really key parts. Like, why are you here?
everyone forgets. We were on TikTok
Yeah.
too much. We don't remember what's going on.
Literally, he's just like, oh, hey guys.
Just slide in, just
He
back door.
was in like my algorithm the other day. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Double tap, like, comment.
Yeah, subscribe.
It's doing
He's
it on
back.
autopilot.
Yeah, share posts. Like, no, but imagine, no.
Because Montreal used to be the spot in Canada, like obviously with JFL, where they
Yeah.
thought the audiences were the best. But I wonder if that's kind of, I don't know, changing culturally, or do you find that Montreal audiences are still good?
I have the best time in Montreal. I just
Yeah.
had the best sets one of the best sets of my year so far at the Comedy Nest.
Oh, cool.
It was really fun, actually. They're getting fun again. I think Montreal had a bit of time where the audiences were a little bit...
To go for school?
Yeah. Sorry, Montreal. I don't mean that like in a negative
No,
way.
because you said they're back anyway.
Yeah, they're back. I think they're back to having fun again.
Do you find like you've done shows in the U.S. as well?
Yeah.
How do you find right now like the difference between Canadian and American audiences?
I did a bunch of shows in New York, and I found that I had like the best audiences there.
See, I've even found that in the U.S.,
Yeah.
like they're more open to laugh, or I don't know if you can be, I don't want to say edgier or something, but I don't know. It's just like people, I don't know if Canada were just like too, like we were saying before, too tight about everything.
I think Canada has a lot of types of comedy, whereas the States is just comedy. I think there's like a show you can go to for exactly what you're feeling in Toronto or in Canada.
It's like super niched in.
Yeah, which is like not the way comedy works in most places. You're not going to be like, I'm going to go to this alt-right show because I'm going to laugh at this. I'm going to go to this like more liberal show. I'm only going to this queer show. I'm only going to like, there's more of that here. And the States is like, it's just a show.
You'd have all those people in the same,
Right.
all those people would do a set at the cellar
just
the
all
same
do the
night
same,
or
yeah.
Largo or something.
Either you like it or you don't.
Yeah. They have a lot of like, they kind of all have the same like theme in the States. Everyone kind of has the same kind of comedy, just different jokes. Whereas here, everyone has like extreme different comedy and different jokes. It's all so fucking niche. It's really annoying.
That's
actually.
really interesting. And Scott, you were saying you've bombed in every country in the world?
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I can't find my niche. That's what it is.
Have you bombed everywhere?
Have I bombed everywhere? No. Maybe. I don't know.
I really liked LA audiences too, actually.
Yeah, they're all very. Americans are always happy to like just be at a place, and they're happy to show you love. It's the Canadians that like show me what you got. Before I give you any appreciation, I want you to make sure that you know what you're doing.
It's very much like that.
It's weird because Canadians are obviously really funny. Like, there's so many great comics from Canada with the self-deprecating thing, but it's almost like the audiences in Canada don't necessarily get it, that they have more success when they go to the U.S. Where, like, I know there was that French comedian, I forget his name, which is bad, Gap, but he's like the Seinfeld of France. But he, even though he's an arena comic, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The guy that was on Comedian with
Yeah.
Cars getting
So
coffee.
his thing, I heard an interesting, I think This American Life or The Daily once saw about him, because he, even though he's an arena comic and the biggest star in France, he still didn't feel like he'd made it until he could cut his teeth and like be a killer in the US, because he's like, that's where stand-up really exploded and the best in the world are. So he was like, that's where he wanted to try and make it. And unfortunately...
That's a nice way of saying I'm already rich and I'm going to go do this.
Yeah, he's like...
The arenas mean nothing. This is my palace.
Yeah, that's how you know you're doing okay. If you're like, it's 40,000 people laughing at me, it's not enough.
It's not enough. I need to feel nothing again.
I need to do an open mic in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, go do it. Live your truth. But he didn't cut it, eh?
Well, that podcast I heard, that was like 8 years ago, and I can't remember his name right now, so it's probably not a great sign.
Yeah.
He decided probably went back to the arenas in France, and
He decided a Lamborghini is fun to drive.
Yeah. His wife and his family got kind of upset.
Yeah. Literally. Well, good for him.
But that's good. It sounds like, I mean, like you said, you're killing it in Vancouver, Montreal.
Yeah, Vancouver, Montreal, Ottawa.
New
We did
York.
the NAC in Ottawa. That was nice.
There's that club in Winnipeg that's supposed to be really cool. Rumors, right?
Rumors. Yeah, I've never done Rumors. I do want to eventually make it out there.
I hear that's one of the best, like a hidden gem. Like comics from everywhere love that club.
It is. I haven't been to Winnipeg unless I was passing through, so...
By flying over it?
Yeah, I'll get there. Everyone says Winnipeg is actually fun. I've been to enough places in Canada that I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah, I even feel
I've
that way.
seen what Canada has to offer, and it's not a
No,
lot.
it's just like I have to be paid to be there. Like basically. So like after Saskatchewan, I'm like, I'm okay on a lot of Canada.
Oh, where'd you go in Saskatchewan?
Saskatoon, Regina. Listen, for like a good part of my 20s, I only dated guys from Western Canada because that's where I lived, and so
You just loved watching gophers die.
it was like, I don't know, something about the cowboy-ness of it. I was like, ooh, I like that. And then I started realizing, like, they want you to live on the farm and shit. I was like, no.
The hat's not just a prop. I have to actually shovel some stuff.
Alas, I must go. Like, fuck that.
So instead of killing gophers, you're killing crowds.
Hey, that's actually a good one. Did you think about that the whole episode?
No, I just came up with it.
That's actually a good one. Yeah. The word "actually" really.
Yeah.
Gives you a little extra stab
I
there.
was really just trying to get out of this podcast at that point. I was really trying to work for
You
a
did a
callback
seamless
there.
plug. Streamer albums.
Yeah, Bert's Wine Table Wine. Stream them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thank you for having
And
me, guys.
Scott, it was actually nice seeing you again.
Yeah.
This has been a Pagliacci podcast.